Well, hey folks, this is Isaac again. I'm leaving you another video. I said review that tractor. We just got brand new John Deere 3025E, and it's I got about 5 hours on it. I try not to abuse my equipment, but I certainly work on it. It's a work tractor. It needs to be worked. I had the grapple on earlier, moved a little brush with it out of all this pile right here. Got that done. But let's take a look at this tractor now. It is so soft and muddy around here that she don't look too clean no more. Of course, got the paint's clean, but you can see all the mud on the tires. Of course, the bucket's filthy. The hood's got dirt laying on it. Screen's full of dirt. Tires are all muddy. We put her to work. Now, the reason I like this tractor over some of the others is really I checked a lot of brands, and they're all good. I'm sure there's different ones. You can probably get a little more value for your money, perhaps, but this one, for one, I like the pedals on it. And you push to go forward, push to go back. It's really simple. The Kubota was another one that had a hydrostatic I looked at, and it had the treble pedal on it and heel to toe. And personally, for me, I did not like the way that felt with my legs. To each one their choice. Certainly go drive them, see what you think personally of your tractor. Now the Coyote was actually a real front runner too, because it has the push forward and back hydrostatic controls like this John Deere. However, there's a Coyote dealer about an hour away, but they're fairly new. They've been a dealer for a long time, but they just recently started handling Coyotes. And so I kind of wanted to stick with somebody that's close by. There's Kubota and John Deere both within 30-45 minutes of where I live. And like I said, I chose the John Deere over the Kubota. Simply preference. I think they're both good. You can find YouTube videos comparing one to the other, and they all have their good and bad. Just like any vehicle, they all have their good and bad, so it just kind of depends on what you actually like. And I preferred this one. Now, another thing on the forums is everybody said, well, you're buying your dealer. And that's true, because if your dealer doesn't carry parts, your dealer's not friendly, your dealer's not going to help you, then it really makes it difficult to enjoy owning your tractor. And I'm going to give a shout out to Curtis over at Prairie Land Partners in Winfield, Kansas. I felt like he gave me a pretty good deal. He was just courteous and through the whole thing wanted to help, wanted to know, make sure my needs were met. He even got, I'm wearing one of them, but I got like four hats, one for each person in the family. And they delivered the tractor. He filled it full of fuel when they delivered it. It was ready to work, and I was really impressed with Prairie Land Partners over there. And so that's the big deal, is you can choose whatever brand tractor you want, and I'm sure they're all good. There was good and bad on all of them, like I said, but I chose this one because of the closeness of the dealer, and several other people in my area use that dealer, and they all say that they really like them. So I think I'm happy with that. There was some different another reason I chose this is there were some other tractor brands on the internet, and you could find bad reviews on them, injection pumps on some, electrical issues on another, hydraulic issues on some. And that's like any car, really. If you look for the bad, you're going to find something in nearly every brand. Now, on this particular tractor, the 3025E, I did not find a single bad video. Now, I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure everything has its issues. If it's mechanical, there's going to be problems. But for this model, I couldn't find any particular issues. So that's just my preference why I chose the John Deere 3025E. Now, I don't have the root grapple on here, but here's the third remote set up on the front of the bucket. And it runs up here. On the loader control, it's just got a push button for up down, and I like that pretty well for the grapple. Just real quick, I'll show you some of the work I got done today. kind of a long video. I apologize for that, but I had a lot to say. So here we go. There was a clump of trees right here. You can see it's a pretty nice yard, so we don't have a lot of stuff standing around that's unwanted. But for some reason, I'd left a clump of trees here over the years and kept mowing around it. So we finally shoved those out today. And we shoved them up into this pile, which is the one we were trying to clean out, but I didn't feel like carrying them down the hill all day. So we'll get the grapple back out and clean that up at a different point. And we shoved some trees out going down the hill into the pond where I'm taking my dirt. But this is what I wanted to get done today. I had a big old dirt pile here. And I mean, it was a nightmare pile. It was full of rock, honeysuckle, blackberry. It was just a real nightmare to dig out. But the tractor really performed quite well. It made a heck of a mess out of everything. But I mean, this ground is soft. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's spongy underneath my feet when I'm stepping around. And so surprisingly, we sunk in a little bit, especially when you get a load on the front end. But it wasn't too bad. So dry it out a little bit, we'll get some of that smoothed out. And then looking down the hill real quick, this is where I was taking my dirt. Now years from now, this will probably just get a dozer in here and turn it into a pond. But I was carrying all that dirt down here and starting just kind of the backside of a little bit of a dam there, but I had to shove some trees out to get in here with the tractor, and you can tell it's just muddy. I mean, it is nasty down there. But the tractor did good. I will say that I want to probably put a ballast box on the back. I do have the tires filled, but by the time you get a front end load of dirt on here, of course this is wet clay mud, so it's heavy. But it felt to me like the tractor was just a little light in the rear and heavy in the front. Mainly heavy in the front, I say, because the back tires weren't coming off the ground at all. It felt stable as could be. It just the front tires were really sinking in to this soft stuff. So I don't know if they make a wider tire or if a ballast box would help. But man, I haven't had a new tractor ever. My old tractor was a used one that I just wore out, and so I'm excited as can be about this. If you have any questions, I'll try to comment back or try to answer those if you comment. But otherwise, good shopping for whatever tractor you are, and or whatever tractor you like, and appreciate your view. Y'all folks have a good day. Goodbye.